Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome to your angel messages for January 26th through to February 2nd. And boy, oh boy, this is a major week. The angels have huge messages for you. I can't wait to share them. So I'm using Archangel Power Tarot deck. And if you don't know me, I'm Rachel Skoltok, angel medium. I'm an author, spiritual teacher. And I love bringing through the angel messages for you every single week. I've been doing it for decades. So the first card that came out was an extra card. It was kind of jumped out of the deck, and you're going to be amazed. So here comes Archangel Michael. Now, I always invoke Archangel Michael before anything I do to protect me spiritually, physically, and in all ways, and to protect you and keep the integrity high. And here he's saying that this week you can see some situations coming full circle. You can see things coming to fruition, rewards, abundance, being paid for things that maybe you did a while ago. Things are starting to sort of either heal, or just you're going to see abundant rewards for the energy work, the manifesting, the praying, the work that you've been doing is starting to show itself now. You can also see you either getting started on an important project or finally finishing it. It's like this important project is vital to your life purpose, and you're going to feel a sense of fulfillment, very much so. So this can be happy endings, happy beginnings. There's also this energy of the world showing up. So I'm seeing you. I know often this card will come up when we are being affected by world energy, and boy, can we be affected by world energy. The collective, the stuff in the news, it can really impact us as energy sensitive, light-filled souls who just want the world to be a better place. That's why we're here. So there is a bit of that, but I'm feeling that you're mastering it a bit more. So see this week as an opportunity for you to protect your energy, to pull it in a bit, to not be a sponge to all of the stuff that's going on out there, to be focusing on the things you can do rather than the things that you can't do. So let's get started. Now I have to show you this. I don't know how I'm going to do it. All of the cards for today, including the first, what am I doing? Including the first one, are major arcana cards. Now, it's rare for major arcana cards to come out in at all in a reading, but for 5 to come out in a 5-card reading, these are the purple cards in this deck. Incredible. This is the angels speaking in terms of life purpose, divine alignment. It's listen to this message. It's very, very strong and powerful. You need to hear it. It's kind of like the angels highlighting everything. So this first card is showing that this is a week of new beginnings. Now we're edging into February, which is the lunar new year, the year of the fire horse, as we know. So that year of the snake is ending. It didn't end on the 31st of December. It started to trail off, but we're still shedding until around the 17th of February when the new fire horse year comes in. So for many of you, you'll be ahead of the game and you'll be already feeling this energy. For some of you, you'll still be, releasing things. That's okay. We're always releasing things, but it feels more like a line in the sand. So this is about you finding your purpose, letting go of some big stuff. Sometimes we let go, but there's still trails and remnants of it in our energy. Forgiveness helps with that. And we know forgiveness doesn't mean it's okay, what happened. Forgiveness is like, I'm not carrying this anymore. I just can't carry it in my energy. So Jeremiel, who helps us to make big decisions and helps us to move forward. That's why he's often called the angel of crossroads, because he helps us to choose a road, but he also helps us to move beyond different difficult things. And he gives us extra compassion and mercy, because while we might be hard on ourselves, be like, why am I still thinking about this? Why can't I let it go? Stop beating yourself up. Sink into the arms of Archangel Jeremiel's pure, compassionate love and ask him to take it. Surrender it. So this is showing you starting not just a new chapter, a whole new life. It's like new energy all around you. So whatever you're doing, thinking about doing, that's all a part of it, right? All the pieces come together. It's not only just one thing. So thank you, Jeremiel. So you're going to be able to move forward this week. Something is happening. The block card is This is Archangel Raziel, the angel of spiritual understanding. And sometimes I think we can try to understand things before they're complete. That's very much the case sometimes with forgiveness, is that we try to forgive people too quickly. We're still letting them do the thing to us. We're still letting the thing happen, and we're trying to forgive them. And that just ends up blurring everything and keeps you stuck longer. And it's the same with spiritual wisdom. We're sometimes looking for the lesson, the wisdom. What am I meant to be learning here? It's okay to acknowledge that, but we can't often see it until we've gotten past the situation, right? Sometimes the angels are just trying to move you past a situation to protect you, to shift your energy, and you'll get all of the information afterwards, right? You get it afterwards. You get it when you've got a bit of distance from it. You're like, oh, now I can see why that happened. Sometimes at the time, we keep ourselves stuck, spinning our wheels, because we want to know why first. And that's not the way of the universe. It's not the way of spirit. Now, this can also be a reminder to go within, which means meditate, do some journaling, spend some time alone, even if it's a short amount of time. There is spiritual growth happening. And sometimes when we're too eager to move forward, we can miss it. And also, like all the fun stuff, we want to do all the fun stuff, but we've sometimes got to build a spiritual foundation to that. Protect your energy, ground yourself, have a little meditate every day. It doesn't need to take long. I've got so many resources. Have you seen my angel library? Have you seen all of the meditations, the guided meditations in my store? Have you got the angel ritual, the free guided audio to help you connect with your angels? Simple things like that will shift your energy. You don't have to sit for 2 hours on a cushion chanting Om. You can if you want, but if you haven't got time for that, 10 minutes will do, 15 minutes. I've got all different lengths of meditations you can use, all with angel energy. So you're going to get something out of every single one of those. So that could be the block, is that you're not meditating, or you're not going deep enough, or you're just focusing on the external world and not getting the internal. And that's what's, we're waiting for those two things to come into sync. Such powerful messages. So the guidance, the High Priestess. I love this one because it's showing you your gifts kicking in. And sometimes, the gifts will kick in first, and then we're like, what's this for? Why am I doing this? Like, why am I so intuitive? Or, you're trying to figure out your life purpose. But this is trusting your intuition, trusting that you have a purpose, going within for the messages, for the guidance and the decisions, not always shopping it out to, please don't ask ChatGPT for guidance, for spiritual guidance, because the angels have told me this. They're saying a lot of people are bypassing their own intuition to ask ChatGPT, ask AI for guidance. It's becoming a habit, and it's a dangerous habit, because then you're just relying on another external force that isn't the thing that you were born with, right? So you can expect powerful psychic and intuitive insights. Please don't ignore them. Please trust them this week. They could come as a dream, just a feeling, all right? Oh, I get a feeling I shouldn't do this, or I get a feeling I should do something, or I should call someone, or I should, trust the feelings. Trust the magnified, repeated messages. And especially if they come in a moment, like, I think I'm going to turn left instead of right, and you realize you've avoided backed up traffic because of a car crash, or you say, I am not going to do my usual walk today, and then you realize, something happened on that street, and it's a good job you didn't go that way. So trust your guidance. It doesn't come from fear. It will never come from fear. And be peaceful. Look for peace. It's okay for you to have peace, joy, abundance, guidance, even when other people are in turmoil. It's okay for you to have abundance while other people are broke. It's okay for you to have happiness while other people are grieving. It doesn't make you a bad person. I know sometimes so many spiritual people can hold themselves back because you feel like, okay, I'm here to help, to uplift, to help others. What kind of person am I if I get my life together while all of these people, or this country, or this situation isn't healed yet? And that's a kind of guilt that's pointless, because you can't really share your abundance and your light if you are struggling, and especially if you've sabotaged yourself into that struggle. I'm not saying that people who are struggling can't share light. What I'm saying is that if you allow the peace that is coming to you, the happiness that is coming to you, that doesn't mean you're taking it from anyone else. In fact, you're going to be able to help more people when you are in that state of peace and support. So, you know, have you got that? It's kind of a survivor's guilt, isn't it? But it's sort of whilst things are going on. You might think, this country is in turmoil, these people are being harmed, this, you know, who am I to accept happiness right now? Well, you are allowed to, because it doesn't make you selfish or greedy or wrong. It actually means that you are raising your vibration, and then you're going to have more energy, light, ideas, inspiration, abundance to share and to spare. So that really stands out to me. It's like Archangel Haniel, the high priestess angel. She's elevating your intuition. She's elevating your gifts. You're going to have to meditate though to receive them. And she's letting you know that happiness and peace are yours. They're yours. And that then you can step into a leadership role. So where are you resisting that? Let me know in the comments if there's any resistance comes up for that. Or if it isn't, just say, I receive. I am open to receive. I claim it. I accept. The outcome is you find all these purple cards. I blew my mind. The outcome is the magician. Archangel Raziel comes forward again. Where was he? Here he is, twice. So this is a week of intense spiritual growth. You've been growing anyway, right? This intense growth has been happening, but it's like you're starting to see the benefits of it now, and you're graduating. It's like you're going to the next level. So accept that. Sometimes we want everything, you know, everything's going to be perfect before I can do this. You know, I should be like this person, or I should be like that, but that's not true. You can still graduate and move forward where you are right now. This card, this Raziel's energy is all about rainbows, and he radiates rainbow light, which means he's got all of the chakras aligned for you. He's helping you to open your spiritual channels, but also with that comes the ability to manifest. And I don't think many people think of chakras when it comes to manifesting, right? That's your spiritual antenna. When your chakras are clean, clear, and organized and aligned, you're much more powerful energetically. You're not manifesting from your brain. You're not manifesting from your ego. You're coming from that place of aligned, divinely aligned power. Because even though we feel like we do everything on our own, we don't. You've had angels with you since the moment you became. You will have angels with you all the way beyond this realm into the next, and they're with you for this purpose, to help you to create, to manifest, to live in alignment, to be a role model for others, to serve and bless, to live your purpose. And sometimes we forget that. We think it's all about the 9 to 5 or the paying the bills, which does take up a lot of our time and energy. Don't get me wrong, that's part of living in the physical world, but that's not all it is. You're a soul in a body. And sometimes when you forget that, that's when life goes chaotic and haywire, because you're out of alignment. It's kind of like it's like getting a virus. You forget who you are, you forget what you're here to do, you just think it's about the physical realm, and no wonder then everything starts to kind of swamp you. So this is a message for you to get into alignment, work with Archangel Raziel, Archangel Michael, Haniel, Jeremiel, and Raphael to help you get what you need. So by the end of the week, you're going to be manifesting much more powerfully. So put it in your calendar, your diary, and go, okay, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I am going to focus on manifesting. I'm just going to write down my goals for those 4 days. I'm going to call in these angels and say, I'm ready. I'm open. I'm ready for spiritual growth. I'm ready to learn more about who I really am, so that I can walk more powerfully through the world and then help others to do the same. Got it? What does this mean for you? This is a major week. I'm telling you that it's not a coincidence to get. There's very few of these cards in the deck. So the fact that we got so many, did I You have another one there? Oh no. So I want to remind you that I've got a class coming up in February, which is with Archangel Raphael, to open your heart for healing, for love, and to become more receptive to whatever the universe is bringing you. It's going to be a deeply spiritual class with a guided soul journey, which I channel with the Archangel Raphael. It's going to bring you healing, restoration, replenishment for your energy, because don't get me wrong, the world energy has been not in its heart, very much so in some areas of life in the last few months and weeks. And that can cause us to feel very drained and depleted. So this is going to restore your heart energy, help you become receptive to all the gifts that the angels are trying to bring to you. It's going to really work on opening your intuition, your psychic channels, and help you to be more powerful, manifesting and healing. I'm feeling my hands getting hot as I'm talking about this. So you'll get to meet and attune with the beautiful Archangel Raphael. I love working with Raphael. You're going to love this class. So I'll put the link in the caption or the comments, or it'll be in my bio. Please don't forget to leave me a comment or a click like, subscribe. Really means a lot to me. And I love hearing from you what you thought about these weekly readings. I will see you next week at the next Monday reading. Have a beautiful and very powerful week. Remember to protect your energy, by the way. Keep yourself grounded this week. And angel blessings. If you want to book a private reading, I do those too. And all of the information is in the usual places. Talk soon. Angel blessings.